YouTube? This is Jazz bringing you another episode of Let's Blindly Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In last episode, I think we searched for more evidence, and this time I believe it is the Day 3 trial. So this is when I'm defending myself. Let's hope I remember how to do this for the love of me. I played over on my Game Boy DS to see if I could do it with relatively not much help. And I did okay then. Let's hope that a crowd doesn't make it more difficult. Alright, well I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Phoenix, look. Edgeworth? I received a call from the public prosecutor's office yesterday. Huh? He told me whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, I will raise an objection. I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. There. Here in my mouth. What? Does White have the judge in his pockets too? So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty. End of story. I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Huh? Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix? Well, court will be opening for session soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. He's not. I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. Yeah, I guess we failed to tell Maya we're defending ourselves then, huh? Alright. And there's the jury. Geez, they look like a bunch of bobbling heads, and yet they are. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of another witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection? Yep, objection. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fay? Before we go on any further, I apologize for the sound in the background. It is my fan. It feels nice and it's warm, so it's summer. Deal with it. If you hear it, anyway. I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great. He gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. That's the jerk that punched us in the stomach and knocked us out. Or don't punch us in the stomach and call the police on us. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage. Ah, here we go again with his big words. And his sparkly jewelry. Your name? Yes, that's what I said. Oh dear, do my Look, Cushions confused. Nay! These two are great together. Okay, you're making me think the wrong thing there, Phonix, every time you say things like that. My name is Wright, but my friends call me Flanco Nino. Flanco Nino? What the hell? I am the CEO, or to use more common terms, the president of Blueport. Did you know the victim is Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. A negatory. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder. Correct. And you witnessed the murder from here. There. Well, I tell you what. You already know. Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony part, I'm done. If I can't rip it, yeah, it's true. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Phonix, you really always feel that way? Why don't you go talk to someone about it? Oh, yeah, I guess you can do that after court. I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let him have it, Phonix. Alright, witness's account, testimony 1 of Mr. Red. Let's see, it was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly pursuing, or that's reading to you some papers by the window. Then I heard a bed lamp coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man hitting a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She too was flabbergasted, of course. Would you just shut up with your big words already? Get the headache from you. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. You've got to be kidding me. Your words are confusing me, White. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. I don't know how it's even legal for a defendant to defend himself, but I guess it happens. Let's see, it was about 9, I believe. Blah, blah, blah. I was quietly pursuing the reading to use papers by the window. Then I heard a bed lamp coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, than you, Mr. Lawyer. What? You just said directly conflicts Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant, like a girl. Out of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just, what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes. 40. 40. Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say is that sight is good. Hey, whose side is the judge on anyway? What did you do then? Okay. I called Miss May over. She was surprised, of course. Victim, she ran away. You gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible... Wait. Let's press here. More detail about that. I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, crookbread. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. Alrighty, okay. To the left. Chase. We're down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you could change your test to new detail. Alright, the victim ran to the left and you gave chase. Percent. Mia's testimony in percent. Wait right there! Mr. White, you've dug your own grave! What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran to the right. Huh? Oh, it's simple. You may have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here. The victim was here. If the victim ran to the left as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. And she would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Ugh. Very strange. I did see her run to the left. Oh, I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run to the left. So he did witness the killing. Wait a second. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right and Mr. Wright says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? The thing is, they are both right, folks, because they each saw her from a different account. Both of the witnesses are telling the truth, for once. I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he be? In the law offices of Fane Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing right here, showing the court where Mr. White was. Okay, we have to show. I'm gonna have to show where Mr. White is standing, and I'll present. It's the K in the center. This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point to him, it would appear as she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Order! I will have order! Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are your suggestion? Rapscallion. The post solutions of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Oh, you provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing. The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let us hear your revised testimony. Good luck, you can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. And that is true. We will listen to this. Or read this. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. Then you hit her, savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. She stirred and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Will you cross-examination the witness testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Yeah, it's a little more confusing, but I think I know what to do. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, the strength, she ran to the right, which is where we present Mia's autopsy report. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. Huh? What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were absolutely perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for new testimony. Objection. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I empathetically request that there will be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony, the crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, Wright. Mr. White. Okay. And now he's really shooken and he's less caring about his testimony, so it'll be easier, I think. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment I saw Miss Mia run to left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you hit her with a single blow, flap. No, I guess I can't say easy. It'll be a little more confusing. Flap indeed. Very well, you made cross-examination, Your Honor. My stomach, you see, it's hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Now, I think I may know what to do again, so let's continue. Well, you see, I looked out the window when I heard thing fall. Let's press here. You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? The glass light stand, right. The one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix? Doesn't something strike you odd? Yes, very odd. Yeah, that's odd. Further, Mr. White? What? You're saying you saw a glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. Light stand was lying on when I looked up. Well, we're going to present our evidence is the glass shirt we picked up at the very beginning of this chapter. Mr. White, it was impossible for you to have seen the light stand. What? The light stand broke into pieces when it fell. Ugh! Just by seeing the broken pieces, you would have no idea it was a light stand. So tell me, exactly when was it you saw that stand? Answer the question. Isn't it obvious? I saw the stand before it fell over. So, you saw the stand before the victim was attacked then? Correct. That would be no problemo, right? Big problemo. There's a big problem here. What problem is it? Mr. White, let me make sure I have this straight. You saw the glass light stand through the hotel window from the hotel before the incident occurred. Correct. That is so. It's conclusive, definite, undeniable, unimpeachable. No, it's impossible. You couldn't have seen the stand. What? Why couldn't he? You have proof? I sure do, Your Honor. A person in the hotel could not have seen the light stand before it fell over. Whoa. Floor plans. And present. Look at this. These are floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that? Right, ridiculously. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as glass light stand. So when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell, and the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were in the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Ah! Wow. Mr. White? Mr. White? You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, I missed me, looks like we're about to get our verdict. Oh no. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? I forgot about Edgeworth. That's true, he was so quiet till this point. Why hasn't he objected anything else until this? Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do, Your Honor? The question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct. You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to the office well before the murder took place. He went to place the wiretap. He could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the basis conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretap. And that's his only concern? Leave it to me. I feel faint. Yeah, and he's not worried about the wiretapping. He can get in trouble for that too. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. Now, there's not much I can present here. I have to press each and everything a couple times. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over by the sound. Correct! That is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You be cross-examined. Go, what am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Okay. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Right. Enter. This is. Was it really you who went into the office, or was it Miss May? unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay and Cole law offices. Those were obviously Mr. Wright's, and if I know Edgeworth, it's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. Wright, tell us why you went to the Fay and Cole law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the tap. Why did you tap Maya's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Cope is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect clients' confidentiality. That is when I saw this flashlight stand. Why did you notice something as innocuous as the light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he rattled the nut wicked out of him. Blah 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 blah. Right. Blah blah blah. I'm doing the same thing again until I get to the cutscene. Now, Mr. Wright, tell us why. I have to do this one more time. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I already read all this, so. And don't tell me I've run out of ammo. Here's the cutscene. Tisk. I'm afraid that as far as you go, Mr. Wright, the time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phonix. Huh? Phonix over here. I know that voice. Mia. Never give up, Phonix. Mia. And, yeah, I would faint too if I seen a ghost. Yeah, I'm seeing a ghost now. Where am I? The waiting lobby. What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're all finally awake. Gah. Hey, Phonix. That's no way to greet an old friend. Phonix, I want you to look at me. And now she looks more like Maya, so that's better. You're Maya? Didn't you know the Fae women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that she was enough of shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So Maya is channeling you, Mia. That's right, I am Maya, but I am also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phonix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. Huh? But we don't have much time, Phonix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh yeah. The one you wrote Maya on. Phonix, White wrote that, not me. So, what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. 100,000, or 1,000. Okay, 1,000, well, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th? September 4th? That's right, Phonix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa! Now, what did Mr. Wright say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said that he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go! I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent now. You just have to prove it. Right. And we got our winning ticket, or kind of winning ticket. Anyway. The court will now convene the trial. Mr. Phoenix Wright is the defendant. Rather, are you alright, Mr. White? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. Cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. But as Mr. Edgeworth had noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright, the wiretapping. This is what we do. It was beginning of September, the week before the murder. We present the receipt to... No. Okay, we present the receipt to the court. I accidentally added... Look closely at this. See the word mayor written in blood? Blood. You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of the receipt? Well, a glass light stand. And the date of purchase, why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay & Co. Law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible, searchable. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then, that's all for the trial of... Objection! Oh, God, Edgeworth! Not so fast, Phoenix Wright! What? No way can he worm his way out of this one! Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claim. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, if anyone is going to call Mr. White's trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether your claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection is denied. What? This trial will be till tomorrow. No, there's telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. The witness will stay. Mia? Phoenix, read the note out. This note out loud. Mia, what's this? Alright, we received a note. Your Honor, if I may... You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read. Let's present her memo, Mia's memo. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Deceased! Halt! Please stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now, or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the finger. Case closed, Your Honor. I just love that look, those looks. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that, if only you knew how spirited it was. Well, this court finds the defense, rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. Yay! We did it. Okay, I know, not watching Dora the Explorer, but for me, this is an accomplishment. Doing it by slight memory. That is all. The court is adjourned. At least that part is over. But now we have a whole new trial coming up. District Court. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But congratulations. You're lucky I was born a Fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risk a lot to help me and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No, there's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief? Hee, I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix? Can you come to the office tonight, say 9 o'clock? Well, ironic timing. Why do you have to say the time you were murdered, or a few minutes before you were murdered? The office? I'll see you later. Chief, Mia. That's just sad. I find this chapter really depressing in some ways, but exciting too. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came, Mia? I was kind of worried you might not, huh? Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? Wah! You should see your face, Mia? What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Mia and Maya. That's just confusing. Maya? What? Did I look like my sister? Look like? You were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Mia? Why are you here? Because of this. See, Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of... Huh? She means the office, this office. Someone has to help with the new Wright and Co. law offices, right? And who better about me, Maya Faye, reporting for duty? Wait, no. On second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick. Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick, you know what this means. We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it's Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright and Co. law offices. It's going to got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Wow, he looks so confused. God, Phoenix's face is so damn funny. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. Jeez, I wish that Maya was around me in real life. I could see who where my mother is and my father is. They're both up there now, too. Right, okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy, burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. At first, I didn't know how old Maya was, but it said she's about 17 or something. But she doesn't act like it at all. She acts younger than 17. Come on, time's a-wasting. Okay, wait up. Alright, that's it for this episode, folks. We'll see you in the next chapter of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, which will be Turnabout Samurai. I will see you in Turnabout Samurai, the beginning of Turnabout Samurai. I will see you in the next episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. See you guys next time.